Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're making a debut here in the channel, checking out EDC for the first time. Right, really excited to check out NewBreed. Stay in the NewBreed here. Check out Mark Perez on Instagram. He is behind NewBreed EDC and all of the MB designs. I believe we saw a Kizer model, right, if I'm not mistaken, a while back. That was also one of his design as well. I'll put the name right there on the screen because it's been a minute. It's been a minute, and I go through a lot of different knives. And we also have a knife here from him. I believe this one might be on pre-order, maybe not. I'll have all the details linked down below by the time I've edited this video, and by the time you're seeing it on YouTube, then you'll have all the details you need to know. But yeah, definitely making a debut here. Of course, this guy will be linked down below if you're interested in checking prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. All the links will be down there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and look in here. All right, we got a nice little note here from Mark. I'll take a look at that in a moment here. And let's go ahead and dig in, ladies and gentlemen. Right, there is the knife itself. We have a wiping cloth and we have the silica gel, right? Usual stuff there in the box. But I know this is what you're here for, and clearly so am I. So let's go ahead and take a look at this new knife from NewBreed EDC. This one's called the Wingspan, right? The Wingspan. And in a way, I feel like, you know, now that I'm looking at the knife, it's definitely fitting, right? Definitely got quite a little bit of size, right? A little bit of length there. Kind of almost looks like a full wing spread out in a way, especially with the dual, well, we have dual handle material here. We have, I'll give you guys a close up, right? We have this, I feel like aluminum perhaps, but that does feel a little bit cold to the touch there. So no magnetic pull there, right? I want to say black aluminum with the nice inlay, right? That's what this is. It's an inlay for this beautiful carbon fiber going on there, right? So that is, let me go ahead and give you guys a zoom in right there, right? Looking pretty good, right? Definitely good contrast. And then if you look at the pocket clip on this side, right, it even has some accented touches, right? That's attention to detail right there, man. All right, that is interesting, you guys. Take a look, right? Black with the gray. You know me, I love a monochromatic knife all day of the week. So don't tempt me with this, Mark. All right, this is looking pretty good here to say the least. Pocket clip is deep carry. It doesn't seem to be reversible from what I gather here so far. But I believe this might be a prototype from the, of course, production version, right, coming up. So we have other great impression here. Like, look at the jimping, right? This is massive jimping from here to here. That is crazy jimping going on there, right? Take a look. That's going to come pretty handy. And then as far as deployment options, it looks like we have this narrow opening hole, so that should be interesting, maybe just for your nail. And then we have, I'm sure you can thumb deploy out of this as well. And then of course we have a front flipper. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Here we go. I'm gonna front flip this thing. Bam! Very snappy open there. Give it a nice little wipe. There we go. And I don't have a word on who the OEM is. We're gonna check their website for details here in just a moment. But man, we have a beautiful, I want to call this a Wharncliffe blade. Wharncliffe with a belly, that's what we're going to go with. And no indication on the steel here on the blade. It's pretty clean, right? There's no billboarding on this particular one, right? I'm not sure if the production version will have billboarding or branding or what have you. But yeah, very interesting satin finish, almost belt satin there on that flat grind. That is a flat ground going on there. You can tell this thing is going to be very, very slicey. We'll do our cutting test here in just a moment. It is a liner lock, right? So good access to that liner there, by the way. All right, check it out. Good access. You have a cutout here on the show side. Gives you good access. And we do have a steel insert for steel on steel contact. So that's always good for longevity. All right, very smooth too on the drop. Yeah, that feels good. Oh, that reverse flick is money, okay? First I was concerned because, I'm like, you can't necessarily put your whole finger in the hole, if you know what I mean. So you actually do it with basically your fingernail, pretty much, just like that. And that feels good, believe it or not. At first I had my doubts. I was a little skeptical. Is this going to work? Is this really going to, is this functional? But yes, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely functional. Look at the drop shot action here. Holy crap. And yes, thumb deploy this thing all day, every day, right? That feels good. Not a guillotine on the way back, right? But you just kind of show it where it needs to go, and it just goes, right? Very, very nice. execution here. Of course, this guy's going to be on ball bearings. We got very awesome centering going on there. Looking really good. All right, let's check ergonomics. So your standard grip here, right, gives you plenty of handle. And I have average hands, not the biggest of hands or the smallest of hands, but I'm able to grip this guy here pretty good. I can also forward choke on this bad boy. So here's my index finger, right? Got a finger choil here, right? Which is also a great plunge grind situation. You'll be able to sharpen this guy plenty of times before you even come close to developing a smile. So that's good. And that forward choke position, that is where this additional jimping right here definitely comes into play. All right, now we are talking. Right, strength and cardboard, right, opening up Amazon boxes with style. I mean, it looks really, really good. The other thing is it feels pretty lightweight, right? Aluminum and carbon fiber inlay combination right there. That is looking pretty sweet, right? So yeah, honestly, you know, I love the narrow profile, right? So far, making a really great impression, right? Really loving the narrow profile. It's a little quite different from the Clydesdale. I was telling Mark, you know, the Clydesdale was on my bucket list, but I didn't get a chance to check it out when it came out. The Clydesdale has a taller blade, also has a taller handle, and I feel like with this model, Mark decided to go the opposite way. He wanted more narrow, streamlined design all throughout, which is looking pretty good, right? Definitely pulling that off, right, very nicely. I want to say front flipper, right? A lot of people say, well, if it's not a well-tuned front flipper, then I don't want it or I don't like it. Well, I mean, this front flipper. Right, the good thing about this front flipper is you have jimping going all the way around. Whenever you don't get that, it's a little bit more tricky. You can slip off and maybe not do the front flipper right. But yeah, this one with all the jimping you have looks pretty good. The other thing you'll notice too is the jimping is, you know, not very toothy, also not very deep, right? The lines are very close together. All right, so that is good. This one definitely calls for a little bit of a clean there. You can tell this one has gotten a little bit of use because it is a passer rod knife. So other channels have checked it out as well, right, before myself. But yeah, looking pretty good. Very nice there on the reverse flick. Bam, right, that is my preferred deployment method, if you know me. Right, that is my way to go there. So let's do some size comparisons on this guy. Right, let's compare it to a few other models. Starting with the big boys, the MSI here, the Stitch, Microtech MSI, and the Microtech Stitch. Right, take a look. Obviously, the wingspan is going to be, looks like a little bit shorter than these guys. Here is the Yojimbo 2. Right, that's a little bit more comparable there. From Spyderco, here's the Manix 2. All right, so those are going to be pretty comparable there size-wise, as you can see. Here's the Demko AD 20.5. That one's going to be a little bit shorter. And the new Shark Cub Stealth, right, released late last year, 2024. That was going to be a little bit shorter also. All right, more on the budget category, right? We have the Artisan Cutlery Holm, and we have the Kizer Militaw, right? Very comparable to the Militaw. And a little bit, the Holm is a little bit shorter there in size to the wingspan. Last but not least, we got the Vosteed Raccoon, very popular budget knife here. And here's the Acacia from CJRB. Right, that one is going to be a little bit shorter, right? Very comparable to the Raccoon, to the wingspan there. It's going to be a little bit bigger, right? A little bigger span, if you know what I mean. A little bigger span, if you know what I mean. But anyways, lame jokes aside, let's go ahead and check this guy out. In our scientific cutting test, right, we have a piece of textbook paper here, nothing crazy. All right, let's see how this guy does. All right, I'll go ahead and put the steel right there on the screen. Oh yeah, this thing is a laser beam, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, and the thing you get with this is a huge cutting path. It is one of the longest cutting paths on any EDC knife for that matter. So you're going to get cutting here for days. And that's even accommodating for the finger choil. If that finger choil wasn't there, it would be another 1/4 inch longer. But yeah, I definitely much prefer the finger choil. That was definitely the right call there. But yeah, boom, bam, bada boom. Gonna cut really, really nice. Yeah, is it gonna go through paper? Clearly, right? It's not proving much. it was a given. As far as cardboard goes, we have a single wall piece of cardboard here. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like this. And ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna look something like this. Here we go. Forward choke position. Bam. Boom. Right. Boom. If I turn it around, All right, this side slices a little bit better, but that's just a texture on the cardboard. But yeah, long story short, is it going to cut the cardboard? Absolutely. I mean, you guys ready in the scale from 1 through 10 in the comments? How sharp is this guy? How much of an edge has it retained? I mean, given it's a pass-around knife, and other people have checked it out before me, it's certainly maintaining a really good edge right there. There's no doubt about that. The Wingspan from NewBreed EDC. All right, so let's talk some specification on this bad boy. I actually got the NewBreed website pulled up here, so it looks like pre-orders are available now. This model was designed to be elegant but useful. The wingspan has a compact profile when closed and opens up into a full-size EDC. I mean, that's for sure. Once this thing is closed, right, it's kind of pretty narrow and elegant. The blade sticks out, but not all that much. But once it opens up, I mean, it's got a quite the wingspan, if you know what I mean. So definitely a fitting name. It has a unique blade shape that I'm calling a sheep's foot monk. Okay, a sheep's muck. I get it, right? That is a blend between a sheep's foot and a nest muck. And in a way, I was like, yeah, it does look a little bit nest mucky in my head. I was thinking about it. I just couldn't think of that word, nest muck. But we have checked out a few other knives with that geometry in the past. So yeah, definitely kind of trails up a little bit. So sheep's foot and nest muck combination, sheep's muck, right? Get the blade police out here. Go after Mark for making up some new geometries. But yeah, that's pretty cool, brother. Absolutely digging it. Whatever shape it's considered, I like that he has a sense of humor. It still remains a very well-rounded blade with a handle built for comfort in all hand position. That is true, right? Let's see here. Reverse grip looking pretty good, right? Friday night gas station fighting grip, you're good to go, right? That Pacol grip, also pretty good. And it helps that the handle is pretty streamlined and it doesn't lock you into any specific position. So that's a plus. If you're looking for a sleek design with a useful balance, this tool is intended for you. So it looks like it is available for pre-order, $145. It was titanium. There we go. I had a feeling that's what it was. So we have the bell satin, which is what this one is, with black titanium, right? That's a black tie that also has some milling going on in it. And it's called the silver twill carbon fiber. That's one option. The other option is an acid stone wash, and there's some pictures here. Acid stone wash with blue titanium, and then the black weave carbon fiber. So that's interesting. You can get either silver and black or blue and black combinations, right? So that's pretty good. Overall length is 7.84 inches. Looking at S35VN. There we go. That is the steel on this bad boy. S35VN. Handle is 4.39 inches. The blade length, I'm looking for that blade. There we go. Blade cutting edge is 3.16. From the tip to the frame is 3.51 inches. All right, handles titanium, hardware's titanium. And there we go. The OEM is Kubi. Very good. Prototype. This prototype is on D2 with the flat grind. But man, I'll tell you, this prototype, that was a pretty slicey D2. This prototype on D2, man, that was impressive for, D2. Had me full there. And this one's on a flat grind, but this is an interesting point here. The production version will be a hollow grind and S35VN. So this thing with the hollow grind, ooh, baby, sign me up, right? That is going to look nice, right? The only thing that can make this knife even cooler or better or nicer than it already is would be a nice, sexy hollow ground. So that's awesome. I'm glad Mark told me, hey, check the website because I got the more updated stuff on there. So a couple other things here to consider. There's some changes that will be made from this prototype. There'll be a chamfer added along the exposed edge of the lock side overlay to knock down any sharpness, and also may ask to straighten the detent a touch. Wasn't an issue for me, but I know some people really dig a stronger detent. Feel like, worked pretty nice for me. You do kind of don't want a detent that is too strong, especially for a front flipper, because then it will kind of tear your finger as you're trying to overcome that detent. But hey, Mark knows best, so I'm just checking this thing out. I've only had it on my hand for about the last 15 minutes or so. Edit, please read. Order productions will be placed on 11/17/24, so that was a few months ago. Pre-order will stop at a set number of orders to help keep the QC or quality check process more efficient. After quality check, orders will be open again for $150. So there you go. You get a chance to pre-order at $145. Eventually that price will be going up to $150, right? Something to keep in mind. Time frame for final production is estimated for 4 to 5 months, February 2025 to April 2025, with the possibility of it arriving sooner, the earliest in 3 months. So yeah, got some awesome pictures here on the website next to the Clydesdale as well. So there's that blue and black combination, right? There's this silver and black combo there as well. Looking pretty sweet. And I want to say, do those already have a hologram? Because, man, or those might be prototypes too. But yeah, the production one will have a hologram. I mean, some very good, interesting details that I figure you might also want to know as well. All right, but yeah, you guys know the drill by now. I'm going to be checking this guy out here for the next few, maybe a week or so, maybe a week and a half before I have to send it forward. I'm not affiliated with NewBreed. Just wanted to check this one out because Mark reached out to me and he said, yeah, do you want to check it out? And I was like, absolutely, sign me up. So this is a loaner I will be sending back to Mark, or at least forward to whatever other YouTuber channel he wants me to send it to. But I'm excited. I'm excited and looking forward to this guy. Again, all links down below, right? Ergonomics are great. The action's great. The feel on hand is pretty great. And just like he said on the website, he's not kidding. It is a very elegant but also useful, very functional tool, right? That tip there on the sheep's muck, right? Utility cuts and drag cuts on this thing are going to be a dream, absolutely. Action is nice, very well executed. All right, we did say Kubi was the OEM, so yeah, man, they definitely knocked this one out of the park, to say the least. So you guys let me know your thoughts on this guy. Questions, concerns, feedback. What are your thoughts on this one? Are you interested in picking one up, or are you not, right? What do you like? What do you dislike? I'm curious to know what you all think. So let's hang out in the comment section down there, guys. Go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Really helps your boy out here get this video pushed to a larger audience. If you love and enjoy EDC knife content like this on a daily basis, please do consider subscribing. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Shout out to Mark and NewBreed EDC for sending this one in for me to check out and share with you guys. Shout out to my Patreon supporters for supporting what I do. You guys can support me on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one here. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Thank you for all your love and support. Check out these other 2 videos right here on your screen. This one on the left is going to be another Mark Perez design as well, if you want to check out NewBreed EDC. I believe this one here is from Kizer. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Take care, and I'll see you guys literally on the next video. Either this one or this one. See you over there. Peace.